If you're wondering which laptops for vibe coding are worth your money, stick around. After we run through each product, I'll give you my personal take. Would I buy it or would I skip it? No fluff, just my honest opinion. Let's get into it. Apple MacBook Neo. I have been doing some serious vibe coding on the Apple MacBook Neo, and man, it is lightweight, at 2.7 pounds, which makes cafe runs way easier than lugging around the thicker Lenovo ThinkPads. Yet the 8 gigabytes of RAM made it stutter when I had my editor, music, and tabs open at once, unlike the Air. The bright display at 500 nits and solid battery, lasting around 14 hours, helped maintain the chill flow with the A18 Pro chip handling basic scripts fine. Would I buy it? Maybe, because it offers great value for starting coders who want portability without spending too much. Apple MacBook Air M5. Vibe coding on the Apple MacBook Air M5 was pure bliss thanks to the fanless M5 chip, staying dead silent during long sessions, which the Intel-powered Samsung and Lenovo's could not match. And its 16 hours plus of battery life meant I could code in the park all day without a charger. It multitasked circles around the Neo, with more RAM keeping my creative juices uninterrupted. Would I buy it? Yes, because the quiet vibes and marathon battery life are unbeatable for relaxed coding anywhere. Lenovo ThinkPad P14s Gen 5. Typing code for hours on the Lenovo ThinkPad P14s Gen 5 felt amazing due to its buttery keyboard that outshines the Mac ones for marathon vibes. But as a workstation, it weighs more and the fans kicked in like a swarm of bees during compiles, destroying my chill atmosphere. Unlike the silent Air M5, the battery hovered around 10 hours, which is less than the Apple models too. Would I buy it? No, because the noise and weight just do not fit relaxed cafe coding. Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Carbon Gen 13. The Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Carbon Gen 13 nailed my vibe coding perfectly with its featherlight build and incredible keyboard, making long typing sessions effortless, while delivering battery life close to the Mac Air without the P14's bulk. Its smooth performance from the Lunar Lake processor kept everything snappy, even with multiple tools open. Would I buy it? Yes, because it combines the best portability and typing experience for ultimate chill productivity. LG Gram Pro 16. I vibed coding for hours on the LG Gram Pro 16, and damn, this featherweight beast at just 1.2 kilograms with 17 hours of battery life on its 16-inch high-resolution display running at 144 Hz makes the chunky Lenovo Legion Pro 5i feel like dead weight, while the quiet Intel Core Ultra processor keeps my Python scripts flowing smoothly without any distractions. The shallow keyboard travel bugs me a bit during marathon typing sessions compared to the Apple MacBook Pro M5, but it still crushes portability over the heavier HP ZBook. Would I buy it? Yes, because the insane lightness turns couch coding into pure, effortless vibes. Apple MacBook Pro M5. I vibe coded late nights on the Apple MacBook Pro M5, and its ridiculous 24 hours of battery life laughs at the Gram and MSI. While the stunning Liquid Retina XDR display with 1600 nits brightness turns staring at code into a zen experience without eye strain, unlike the dimmer options. The blazing M5 chip compiles everything lightning fast and stays dead silent for my chill playlist. But the steep price and ecosystem lock-in roast my wallet compared to the flexible Windows machines. Would I buy it? Maybe, because the unmatched efficiency makes it king for endless, uninterrupted, relaxed flows. MSI Prestige 16. I vibed coding on the go with the MSI Prestige 16 in its 3.5-pound build, plus 15 hours of battery, with the vibrant OLED 16-inch screen at 120 Hz, keeps syntax colors popping perfectly for focused sessions without the bulk of the HP ZBook power. It handles everyday scripts quietly and smoothly like the Gram, but lacks the raw compiling punch of the Legion when things get intense, compared to the Apple powerhouse. Would I buy it? Yes, because it nails that premium middle ground for laid-back, productive coding without any drama. HP ZBook Power 16 G11A. I pushed some tough vibe coding projects on the HP ZBook Power 16 G11A, and its AMD Ryzen processor with professional graphics makes complex compiles fly through, better than the MSI Prestige, while the surprising 16 hours of battery beats most workstations hands down. It feels heavy at 4.5 pounds and runs warmer under load than the Featherlight Graham or Silent MacBook, which kills the relaxed couch mood compared to the portable kings. Would I buy it? No, because the extra tank-like bulk turns chill sessions into a workout I did not sign up for. Lenovo Legion Pro 5i Gen 10. I tried vibe coding with the Lenovo Legion Pro 5i Gen 10, and its gorgeous 16-inch OLED display at 165 Hz with 500 nits brightness makes code visuals pop like crazy, better than any of the others, while the high-end processor powers through anything the Graham could dream of. The 5-hour battery drains faster than my motivation, and the weight plus potential fan noise disrupts my chill playlist, unlike the Silent MacBook or Light Graham, turning it into more of a desk beast. Would I buy it? Maybe, because that screen is fire, if you stay plugged in for intensive vibes only. Microsoft Surface Laptop 7th Edition. I fired up Code on the Microsoft Surface Laptop 7th Edition for vibe coding sessions, and its Snapdragon processor stays cool and silent with up to 23 hours of battery life, letting me code all day at the cafe without outlets, easily outlasting the Acer Aspire Go 15 quick drain, while the 120 Hz touchscreen display scrolls through scripts buttery smooth. The shallow keyboard feels mushy compared to the Lenovo ThinkPad X915 tank, and that touchscreen grabs every fingerprint like a magnet during my coffee breaks though. Would I buy it? Yes, because the battery turns endless, relaxed coding into pure bliss without the charger chase. Lenovo ThinkPad X915. The Lenovo ThinkPad X915 crushed my vibe coding tests with its legendary comfortable keyboard that clicks like a dream next to the Microsoft Surface Laptop 7th Edition mush and the stunning 2800 by 1800 pixel 120 Hz OLED display, making long code blocks pop without eye strain. Plus, 15 to 21 hours of battery keeps the chill going strong. It feels a tad heavier than the super light Lenovo YogaBook 9i, and the glossy screen catches cafe reflections, unlike anti-glare rivals though. Would I buy it? Yes, because that keyboard is heaven for hours of uninterrupted relaxed typing without any wrist pain. Acer Aspire Go 15. I gave the Acer Aspire Go 15 a whirl for budget vibe coding, and its cheap price means you can snag one without crying, while the 15.6-inch 1920 by 1080 pixel display and 16 gigabytes of memory handle casual scripts fine, but the 7 to 8 hours battery dies faster than the HP EliteBook Ultra G1Q marathon runner, forcing outlet hunts. It weighs a chunky 3.8 pounds, making it less portable for on-the-go vibes than the others, and it chugs on heavier projects compared to the ThinkPad beast. Would I buy it? Maybe, because it is cheap as hell for entry-level chill coding, but you will need a power bank handy. Lenovo YogaBook 9i Gen 10. The Lenovo YogaBook 9i Gen 10 felt wild for vibe coding with its dual 14-inch 2800 by 1800 pixel OLED screens, letting me split code and references like a multitasking pro compared to single-screen losers. But the battery drops to around 6 hours with both on, guzzling power faster than the Microsoft Surface Laptop 7th Edition, Endurance King. And the detachable keyboard needs some setup time. It stays super light for easy carrying, yet the Intel processor warms up during compiles, unlike the cool-running HP. Would I buy it? No, because the dual-screen gimmick kills the all-day battery for true relaxed coding sessions. HP EliteBook Ultra G1Q. I ran the HP EliteBook Ultra G1Q through vibe coding, and its Snapdragon X Elite delivers insane 26 hours of battery life, smashing even the Surface Laptop 7th Edition slightly for never-ending cafe sessions, while staying under 3 pounds for easy portable vibes, and the 14-inch display gets the job done for reading code. The keyboard travel is decent, but average next to the Lenovo ThinkPad X915 Legends, and no touchscreen means less swipe fun than the YogaBook 9i, though the dim 300-nit screen struggles in bright spots. Would I buy it? Yes, because that battery endurance makes it perfect for uninterrupted chill coding without ever stressing about power. Dell XPS 139345. I took the Dell XPS 139345 out for some relaxed vibe coding in the cafe, and it crushed it with its ridiculously light 2.6-pound frame that slips into any bag, plus over 20 hours of battery life that outlasted everything else here, like the chunkier Gigabyte Aero X16, letting me debug for ages without ever plugging in. The crisp 13.4-inch 120Hz screen kept my eyes happy for marathon sessions, but those measly 2 ports had me damn annoyed, scrambling for adapters compared to the Samsung Galaxy Book 5 Pro. Would I buy it? Yes, because that endless battery turns chill coding sessions into pure, uninterrupted flow. Samsung Galaxy Book 5 Pro. After the tiny Dell, the Samsung Galaxy Book 5 Pro felt like screen upgrade heaven for vibe coding with its massive 16-inch AMOLED panel that made dark mode code pop like premium digital art, and battery life hitting 12 to 23 hours, which held strong next to the Lenovo Yoga 9i. It weighs 3.4 pounds, which made it less sneaky in my backpack than the Dell, but the anti-reflective touchscreen and huge trackpad destroyed the Gigabyte setup for pure typing comfort. Would I buy it? Yes, because that vibrant display turns boring code stares into a visual feast you will actually enjoy. Lenovo Yoga 9i Gen 10 Aura Edition. The Lenovo Yoga 9i Gen 10 Aura Edition let me flip between laptop and tablet modes for ultimate vibe coding flexibility with its stunning 14-inch OLED display that makes syntax-colored text look cinematic and record-setting 25 hours of battery life that beat the HP OmniBook X Flip hands down. The spacious keyboard felt like a dream for long typing bursts, but at 2.9 pounds, it was not quite as grab-and-go light as the Dell XPS 139345. Would I buy it? Yes, because the convertible twist matches any coding mood, from desk to couch, without killing the chill. HP OmniBook X Flip. I flipped the HP OmniBook X Flip around for different vibe coding angles, and its gorgeous 3K OLED screen was nice for focused stares, but the battery only stretched 8 to 10 hours, which had me reaching for the charger way sooner than with a Lenovo or Dell, while it warmed up during compiles. The comfortable keyboard and solid ports helped compared to the Dell, but the 4.2-pound weight made it feel bulkier than the Samsung for cafe hopping. Would I buy it? No, because the short battery really kills the all-day portable vibe I crave. Gigabyte Aero X16. The Gigabyte Aero X16 powered through tough vibe coding builds with its strong processor and graphics card, plus a killer 16-inch high refresh screen for tons of windows open. But at over 4 pounds, and with battery dying after 7 to 12 hours, it felt way more desk-bound than the featherlight Dell XPS 139345. The matte display and quiet keyboard were solid for focus, but it ran hotter than the Samsung during longer sessions. Would I buy it? Maybe, if your vibe coding needs raw power and you stay near outlets. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you pick the laptops for vibe coding for you. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Links to all of these products mentioned in this video will be in the description.